Hey guys, this is Dillpill here with you on a gameplay video of Dawntide. It's a new game coming out. It's still in production. You can sign up for the beta, but it's really in production. There's a lot of problems with the game. So I'm in character creation right now. There's 4 different races. 3 of the 4 are humans. There's basically white, black. You can be a little lizard humanoid, which is cool, and there's this little guy, which I'm not really sure what the Andrunian is. You've got male, female, and then the customization is not too in-depth. It's just face, hairstyle, eyes, and hair color. So basically you can just control what your face looks like, but not much else. It's got something though. Got your character name. Basic attributes, you got strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence, willpower, and charisma. Charisma is something that a lot of games don't have. It affects how your beneficiary skills are, like fishing, crafting, things like that. And it also affects how well people like you, so how good a price you're going to get on something. Charisma greatly affects that. You've got your basic skills. You can't choose fishing, unfortunately. I would have definitely chosen that. So I'll go with brewing. For your major professions, there's a lot, and you see you have 5 advanced picks. You can put those all in profession, all in combat, or all in sorcery if you want. But I wanted to spread it out to get a kind of a well-rounded character. I'm gonna be more of a trader than a fighter. I want to make money, not just kill everything. So I'm gonna go with some more professions than sorcery and combat. The sorcery is really interesting. I didn't really read anything about the sorcery, so I'm not sure how it works. It might just be a simple mana system, or it could be totally new. I'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna go with illusion because I want to be able to trick people. That kind of appeals to me. Necromancy is really interesting. Not a lot of games have it. So I'm going to start, load up my character. The game is relatively demanding when it comes to system specs. I'm on really low system specs, and it's still going to run extremely slow, as you'll see in a little bit here. So yeah, make sure you can handle it. I'd turn all of the settings as low as you can if I were you. Otherwise, it won't, unless you have a supercomputer, of course, which I definitely do not have. The game is really in-depth as it goes with player-to-player interaction and with player-to-NPC interaction. Players can create factions in this game, and it's basically like a guild system, but when you wage war with another faction, any NPCs that you've hired to guard your faction's territory or anything will sound an alarm whenever they see your enemy faction anywhere, and so you'll instantly know where they are, and you can go and try and catch up to them and kill them. And the death system in this game is really interesting. When you die, everything you had on your body is there. It's on your body still. You don't get that back unless, of course, you have like a friend there to pick it up, or you make it back to your body in time. So here we go. And when you wage war with another faction too, you can siege castles, which the battles can last up to 2 days, I believe I read, in real time. So that would be really interesting to play out. And resources play a huge part in wars, like how much lumber and food you have determine how well you can siege your castle. Because as you can see here, I ate bark bread to satisfy my hunger. If you don't eat, your character will die. You need to eat and drink to stay alive. So it's not just to heal yourself. So that's a really interesting concept too. So any food, like bakers and stuff, you could make a lot of money if you sell your wares for cheap, because people will go to you a lot, because everyone's going to need a lot of food. So it's an interesting way to make money in this game. So they've set up a lot of markets around all the cities, which the cities range from a gigantic port city to a really tiny farmer's village. But in the markets, NPCs can buy your goods too, not just players. So let's say you're like a baker, and you have all your wares out, and you're selling it. NPCs can come along, and if they deem that the price is low enough, they'll buy it for you, which is a really interesting way that the game generates money. Killing NPCs does not gather money as well as it does in other games. They guard treasures, like when you're exploring. If you're gonna go and you find a gold mine, it's undoubtedly gonna be infested with monsters. So you're gonna need you and a couple friends to clear them out for you to seize control of the gold there and make a profit. And you can also hire people to like a bodyguard. You can see I'm going through all my skills here. It's a pretty in-depth armor system. Basic, you have every skill, it's just which one you choose is improved more than the others from the beginning. So, and there's also ocean travel in this game, which the navigation skill comes into part with, but we can't choose the navigation skill at this point in the game, so we're gonna have to wait to see how that works out. But you control the ship yourself. You don't just stand on it like in World of Warcraft. You just stand on the ship and it takes you somewhere. You have to control it, and you have to choose where to go, and you can like board it whenever you want, and you can just hop off whenever you want. You have to actually dock it in a port. So you can go across the ocean to the colonies where there's rare items, I guess you would call them, rare resources that will fetch a much larger price back in the mainland, where they will not fetch quite a price at the colonies. They'd be relatively cheap there. So there's one way you can make money is buying in one place low and selling in another place high. So resources do play a huge role in the game. And you can see here when I'm getting the quest from this priestess, I can choose how I want to do the quest. Should we leave him the pagan be, just let him do his thing, or should we go up to him and try and convert him? So I think I'd rather just leave him be. I don't want to start any trouble on my trader character. I want to be a sort of friend to all. So I'm going to choose leave the man be. Let the people choose who to believe. And then she says, before she makes her decision, she wants to know more about him, and she wants me to talk to him because I'm not known as a holy man. So of course I'm interested in helping her. You can also see the speechcraft button down here. I can charm her with my speechcraft skills, which I will not do at this point. I'll wait till later to discover how that works. So I'm not even really sure where I am at this point. I'm in some sort of barracks or church maybe, but I'm in quite a large building, which is pretty cool. The details in the game are really impressive. As you can see, this is quite a large town. It's totally destroying my FPS. And like I said, the towns range from like a large port city to a really small village town. I'm not really sure which this is. There's nobody really around, and my map isn't working. There's a problem with the resolutions when you switch. Like I'm on 640 by 400, I believe. And you can see that my map isn't working, and it's all kind of scrunched together on my screen. So I would stick with a larger resolution, even though it may not run as smoothly. But yeah. See, I've also got my bags down there, the bottom right. That's a coin purse, and so that's where all my money will be held. And so if someone were to come, like if I was traveling on a road, I'm not sure if you can ride horses or not, but I'm pretty sure that there's some sort of transportation kind of thing. But if they were to kill me, or so mug me, they could just take all the money off my body and any items that they want and leave the rest. And then they just move on. So it's a really detailed system in this game. Got a lot of crafting skills. I'm kind of just exploring. I'm not really sure where I am or what's going on. There's not a real tutorial system because, as I said, the game is in really early development. It's not even so much a beta as an alpha. But it's a really good game. I'm definitely going to play it when it comes out, the full. go up here and look. It looks like there's some sort of crafting convention going on. There's a Fletcher right there. So I'm gonna take a look around. See, that guy's making bows. It looks like there's bread over there. This guy looks like a weaponsmith. Whoa, a lot of recipes. And you don't have to learn recipes for your professions from NPCs in this game. A more skilled other player can actually teach you recipes. So it's a really, really detailed game. I can't wait for it to come out in full. I'm running out of time here, thanks to YouTube's little time limits. So comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.